sophomore out of Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin. A quick takedown for Mike Grice already puts him in front by the score of 2-0. And we have a headgear issue for Mike Grice, the sophomore. Grice was 9-5 a season ago. Lost his opening match to Matt Holmes of Loris last Thursday by the score of 9-1. A dual meet won by Elmhurst by the score of 29-13. Was closer than that, but a couple of late forfeits for Loris handed Elmhurst a significant cushion in the contest. Casey Kron won just 10 matches a season ago. He was 10-21 for Wheaton. And he's already trailing on the scoreboard here in the first. Glad you are with us on Blue Jay TV. Tim Calderwood with you tonight in the second dual match of the season for Elmhurst. They were victorious, as we mentioned, over Loris last Thursday. Wheaton, meanwhile, come into this contest with a record of 0-3. They dropped 3 matches on Saturday at the Dubuque Duels, falling to Loris 41-3, falling to nationally ranked Dubuque 51-3, and falling to Wisconsin Oshkosh by the score of 50-3. So the Thunder are 0-3 as they enter the matchup here today. Kron trying to find a way to escape the grasp of Grice here at 141. And he does escape for the points. Casey Kron finished 4th place last season at the Manchester Spartan Mat Classic. Also took 4th in the CCIW. 4-year starter in high school for Sheboygan Lutheran in Wisconsin. And so he is wrestling at 141 pounds as we open up the match here today. And another quick takedown for Grice, looking for his first victory of the season. Grice scored 4 victories a year ago via fall. Won 5 matches in a row at one point as well. And he is in control here, leading 4-1 inside the final minute of the first period. If you miss a broadcast on Blue Jay TV, you can always check it out on YouTube. That's where we have everything archived for you. Nearly 2 minutes of riding time for Mike Grice here in the first period, as he locks up Kron. Doing anything that he can, and Grice turning. He's got him in a compromising position. There's the pin with 9 seconds left in the first period. A pin, the official time at 2:51 for Mike Grice. Late in the first period, was able to flip over Kron. And scored the victory here tonight. The first matchup of the evening results in a pin win for Mike Grice. His first victory of the season occurs via fall. And we move to 149 pounds, where it is Ryan Early taking on Matt Cordell. Early for Elmhurst, a sophomore out of Wheaton, Illinois. Owning a 1-0 record. Early up from 141 pounds last season, where he finished 23-12. Scored a major decision over Chris Ganson of Loris in his first contest of the season last Thursday. Matt Cordell, 12-19 a season ago. He's a junior out of Washington. No points here early in this first. The wrestlers taking some time to feel each other out a bit. Cordell fighting, trying to strike first, but Early able to avoid. Cordell finished 3rd in the CCIW a year ago. Also placed 7th at the Manchester Classic. Possibility that both of these teams could face each other again this weekend in some individual contests, as both will be in Wisconsin at the Concordia University Wisconsin Open. Early, aiming for the legs, scores the takedown. Terry Giardini, the referee. And so it is Early with the advantage here in the first. Trying to turn his opponent, Cordell, similar to what happened for Grice at 141. Cornell denying the opportunity here. Early, though, not giving up. Trying to flip the right shoulder of Cordell. So we come up on a minute to go here in this first period. And we will have a stalemate called. So back to the neutral position. With Early leading here in this first period. Pushing Cordell. Early on one knee, trying to gain some leverage. And we are down to 30 seconds. Nearing the edge of the mat. Terry Giardini calling over the coaches as he heads to the scorer's table to talk this one over. They're changing the riding time is what they're doing, putting it back to 1:15 because the escape point was not awarded towards Matt Cordell. Terry Giardini waiting for the clock to be changed before he will restart this period with 24 seconds left. We'll have one more wrestling duel for you here on Blue Jay TV. And don't forget, upcoming this weekend, Friday night, first basketball game of the season. The winter sports are off and running. Elmhurst women's basketball team opened yesterday, falling at Edgewood, I should say. The men's team is opening at Cornell tonight. The home opener for the men's team will be on Saturday against Hamlin. Ryan Early aiming for the takedown at the edge of the mat. Will he give him the two? No. Just over a second remaining in this first period, and time will expire with Ryan Early of Elmhurst leading by the score of 2-1. Clock was not reset prior to the start of the period. Friday night women's basketball against Franklin. Saturday night the men's team taking to the floor for the first time this year. The 2 minutes are up on the clock. And we are underway as Matt Cordell rips himself away to even the score at 2. Battling at 149 pounds here tonight. Cordell aiming for the leg. Nothing awarded. Ryan Early does have an advantage in riding time. Minute 32 on the board, which would give him an extra bonus point. Right now, that could be the difference in this matchup. Both wrestlers are on their knees. As we come up on 1 minute remaining in the second. Look out to the edge of the mat. Referee's in position to try to stop that quickly. Under a minute in the second. Both wrestlers are in blue. Elmhurst, the darker of the two blues. Wheaton with the orange trim. Down to 35 seconds in what is an even matchup here at 149 pounds. Tied up at 2. Cordell pushing in. Early thwarts the opportunity. Down to 15 seconds. Let's see if anybody tries to make a move here at the end of the second. It is Early with position, driving Cordell backwards. Cordell circling around the outside of the mat. And the second period comes to a close. And an escape point in favor of Ryan Early beginning this third period essentially gives him a 2-point edge. Cordell needs a takedown to try to force overtime. And they'll be driven out. 1:32 on the clock. Matches are 7 minutes in length. 3 minutes in the first, 2 in the second, and 2 in the third. Cordell hooking the right leg of Early, trying to push him down to tie the match. 3-2 on the board in favor of Early with a 1:25 advantage in riding time, but no. Couldn't quite gain control. Wheaton's head coach up off of his feet saying, I want to see more of that. Smell the victory. The left hand of Early up high on Cordell. Stalling warning against Early. 1 minute remaining in the match. Early looking to improve to 2-0 on the season. As he pushes Cordell backwards. Driving for the legs. Flipping over. Cordell trying to gain position for the tying takedown. Early staying alive towards the edge of the mat. Under 30 seconds. Cordell looking for the 2. The referee is right on top of it. Still saying it is neutral. And we head back to the center. Cordell wrapping his arms around the shoulders of Early. Trying to take out the legs. It's a tough slot. Early, as time expires, will win 4-2. A 4-2 decision for Ryan Early at 149 pounds as the sophomore from Wheaton ups his record to 2-0 on the season. And that will place Elmhurst with a 15-0 advantage, heading to 157 pounds. Crawford at 157 pounds for Elmhurst. Junior, 3-5 a season ago out of Canton, Illinois. Already taking a 2-0 advantage with a takedown. His opponent is Cameron Fox out of Parker, Colorado. Fox is a junior, 0-1 on the season. Crawford did not wrestle last week for the Blue Jays at 157 pounds. That honor fell to Sheldon Hubbard, who scored a 3-1 victory in that weight class. So this is the first opportunity for Crawford to see the mat. He was 3-5 during his sophomore season. And he has a near fall here as the count is on Cameron Fox. And he has a pin. 1:02 into the match, pushing the advantage to 21-0 in favor of Elmhurst. As we motor on towards 165 pounds. Elmhurst has won the first 3 matches of the day. 2 of those have been via pinfall. Logan Meyer will wrestle for Wheaton at 165 pounds. Versatility is a word you can say a lot of for this Wheaton team, as Meyer is quickly taken down by Youssef Al-Ghoul. Al-Ghoul was 6-8 last year with a pair of pins. He lost his first match of the season, but was very good late in his matchup at 165 pounds last Thursday against Loris. He's out of Lombard, Illinois, prepped at Glenbard East, taking on Logan Meyer from Ashton, Illinois, who is a freshman. And Al-Ghoul riding him out here. And we'll have blood time called. Looking at the left elbow of the Wheaton wrestler. He heads over to visit with the Elmhurst trainers to receive attention.
Elmhurst next home meet will be December 8th against Lakeland.
21-0 is the dual meet score at this point. Elmhurst with 2 pins already in the first 3 matches, and Youssef Al-Ghoul with an early takedown in the first period here at 165. Logan Meyer, 4-year varsity starter in Ashton, Illinois. Also played football and baseball. This is his first year with the Thunder as a freshman, wrestling at 165. He was listed as a possibility at 149 on the lineup, so he's up a couple of weight classes. Tangling with Youssef Al-Ghoul, who just enables him to escape. 2-1 the score. Riding time is now over a minute in favor of Al-Ghoul, giving him a bonus point, essentially a 2-point advantage at 3-1 on the board. Glad you're with us on Blue Jay TV. Follow Elmhurst College Athletics on Facebook and Twitter for all of the upcoming schedules. Already mentioned we will have basketball for you this weekend. The women opened last night in Madison against Edgewood. The men opening tonight in Mount Vernon, Iowa against Cornell. First chance to catch them here on Blue Jay TV will be this weekend. The women on Friday and the men on Saturday. Al-Ghoul wrapping the left leg, trying to take down Meyer. And there it is. With under a minute in the first, Al-Ghoul will add to his riding time advantage. He is trying to turn his opponent. Looking to spin that right shoulder. There it is. The near fall count is on. Can he secure the shoulder to the mat? Meyer finding a way to fight, looking to stay alive with 30 seconds in the first. Terry Giardini is right on top of it. Elmhurst looking for their third pin of the match. Meyer rolling as best as he can with Ghoul in control. Clipsing the shoulders to the mat, and there's the pin with 7 seconds remaining. So Youssef Ghoul scores his first victory of the season as he improves to 1-1. Pin is at 253 officially for Ghoul. It's now a 27-0 advantage for Elmhurst.
For Wheaton College, it's Matt Fenson. For Elmhurst, Balderas.
So onward to 174 in this quick-moving duel. And Danny Balderas quickly dropping Matt Fenlison to grab a 2-0 lead. Balderas lost his first match 8-4 last week to Tegan Podliska of Loris at 174 pounds. So he is 0-1, a freshman out of Westmont, Illinois. Wrestled at Downers Grove North High School. A little too far towards the edge of the match. Well, Elmhurst has already won the duel, leading Wheaton by the score of 27-0 at this point. And at 174 pounds, the Blue Jays looking to add to the lead with Danny Balderas handling Matt Fenlison. And we have a stalemate. There is a takedown for Balderas. It is 4-1 here in the first. One thing is for certain thus far in the contest, Elmhurst has been on the aggression from the outset of all of these matches. Not wasting any time. In fact, all three of the pinfalls have been in the first period. The quickest was Zach Crawford, and needed just 1 minute and 2 seconds to earn his first victory of the season at 157 pounds. An escape for Fenlison, who works his way to his feet. Allowed up by Balderas, 4-2 here in the first. Riding time is not yet at 1 minute for the bonus points. Fenlison backing up. Balderas the aggressor. Twisting, turning, too far. Fenlison hailing from Colorado Springs, Colorado, the Wheaton competitor here at 174 pounds. He's also wrestled at 184 and 197. It's his first season as a wrestler. Spent 2 years on the Wheaton baseball team. Did wrestle in high school, however. 30 seconds left in the first. 4-2 advantage for Balderas. Here on Blue Jay TV, it's Elmhurst College Wrestling. 25th ranked Blue Jays in a duel against Wheaton, a CCIW foe, and leading 27-0 on the board. As we mentioned, both of these schools headed this weekend to Wisconsin to take part in the Concordia, Wisconsin Invitational. That is in Mequon, Wisconsin. Balderas drops Fenlison once more, 6-2. And if he can hang on here for the remainder of the first period, his riding time will be over a minute, and he does, as the period expires with a 6-2 lead in favor of Balderas. Other matches upcoming for Elmhurst. They will be at the University of Chicago on November 30th. Heading to the Wisconsin Open on December 4th. That's hosted by Wisconsin Parkside. An escape point for Balderas. Pushes the advantage to 7-2 early in the second period. They will host Lakeland College on December 8th in a match that you will see live here on Blue Jay TV in the final live wrestling duel of the season here on Blue Jay TV. Elmhurst will then head to the Gator Duels hosted by Luther College, into the National Duels hosted by Co. and Company in Cedar Rapids. Balderas with another takedown. It's 9-2. The goal at the end of the season is to qualify for the national championships. Elmhurst will have to do that via the Great Lakes Regional. National Championships this year will be hosted by Wisconsin Lacrosse in the second weekend of March, the 11th and 12th. Steve Marianetti, Elmhurst head coach, saying the goal is the same every year: finish in the top 10 in the nation and win the CCIW. Under a minute in the second. Balderas in position for a major decision at this point, factoring in the riding time. Elmhurst leading 27-0 in this duel. We will only have one more match for you here tonight. That's at 184 pounds because forfeits have been issued at 197 and 285 in addition to the no contest at 125 today. So our match actually began at 141 pounds. Elmhurst with 3 pins in the contest so far and looking for another as Balderas, with 30 seconds to go here in the second, attempts to turn Fenlison. Balderas up high, trying to flip Fenlison on the mat. Down to 5 seconds in the period. And it will expire with Balderas in control. 2 minutes and 33 seconds of riding time for the Elmhurst College freshman, who leads 9-2 as he searches for the first victory of his collegiate career. There's an escape point to avoid the major decision for now. However, a quick takedown by Balderas to answer. Balderas again trying to flip over his opponent. Fenlison avoiding it. Riding time over 3 minutes for Balderas. Fenlison attempting to work his way up. But Balderas in control, leading 11-3. There's a stalling warning against the Thunder. And the escape. With under a minute remaining in the match. It is currently a major decision for Danny Balderas, and he will add to the lead with another takedown. It's 13-4. Under 30 seconds remaining. And Terry Genie sending him towards the middle. Terry Giardini, the referee again. He was the official on Thursday night in the Elmhurst victory over Loris in their first match of the season. Enlison with the escape, 13-5. Balderas going high, sidestepping, and now he'll try low. Down to 10 seconds. 2 more. And time will run out. Danny Balderas with his first win in his college career. 16-5 over Matt Fenlison of Wheaton. And the advantage pushes to 31-0 in favor of Elmhurst.
For Wheaton College is Justin Marble. For Elmhurst, Joe Rao.
And Joe Rao working against Justin Marble, quickly scoring a takedown for Elmhurst. Joe Rao, a sophomore out of Chicago, wrestled at St. Patrick High School. Justin Marble shuttles his way out. Marble, the best wrestler on this Wheaton roster, 36 wins a season ago, finishing 36-10. Defeated 2 wrestlers from Elmhurst last season. Mike McNeil, 8-0. Frank Savignago, 5-3 at regionals. Finished second to Gabe Ewell in the CCIW, placed 5th at regionals. Posted 3 falls on the season. Led the team in victories and had an 8-match win streak at one point, but he is quickly behind on the board by the score 4-1. Marble to his feet. Did get the escape before the whistle. Joe Rao down a weight class from 197, where he was the CCIW champion. Posted 8 falls last season, including 3 in a row at one point. He was 20-11 during his sophomore campaign. During his freshman campaign, I should say. A very, very impressive freshman debut for Joe Rao. Rao putting down his opponent again. Marble crawling towards the edge of the mat. And an escape for Marble, who is a senior out of Forest Grove, Oregon. Under a minute in the first in this final match of our duel. Wheaton needs a win to avoid being blanked here at Elmhurst. Rao picks up and pounds Marble to the mat. The 4th takedown for Joe Rao. Justin Marble, twice last season, the CCIW's Wrestler of the Week. Did not win a tournament, but placed second in 5 separate tournaments. Told you the CCIW runner-up finish. He also finished second at the Knox Invite, the MSOE Invite, the North Central Invite, and the Manchester Spartan Mat Classic. He finished 3rd at the Wheaton Invitational. His second consecutive season of 20 victories, as he finished 21-10. During his sophomore campaign. And he is trying to work his way out of the arms of Rao. He's on his feet, looking to spin his way out, and Rao will push him down again as the period expires. Justin Marble choosing the down position to begin period number 2 at 184 pounds in our final match of the night here on Blue Jay TV. Again, don't forget this weekend, basketball season underway. The women on Friday night, the men on Saturday night in their home openers here at R.A. Faginal Hall. Looking forward to having those contests for you. Joe Rao with 4 takedowns to this point. Over 2 minutes of riding time as Marble works his way to his feet. Looking at some of the matches for Wheaton coming up as Rao scores his 5th takedown of the contest. And they have North Central, Cornell, Heidelberg, MSOE on their schedule. They'll head to Oshkosh for 5 contests as well in January, in addition to the University of Chicago. So the wrestling season just getting started for Wheaton. This is their 4th dual meet of the season. They won only 1 match in each of their first 3 duels, 51-3, 41-3, and 50-3, but they are being blanked here in their conference opener tonight. Joe Rao with a 10-4 lead in the final match of the evening at 184 pounds, and he's trying to flip Marble with 30 seconds remaining in the second. Down to 15 seconds. Marble to his knees, trying to push up off of the mat. And as he turns, he will not be able to with the second period coming to a close. An escape for Joe Rao. Eleven to 4, Rao with the lead. Tack on the extra point for the 3.5 minutes almost of riding time. Would give Rao a major decision. Joe Rao is 1-0 on the season. He scored a pin victory over Matt Dickman of Loris, turning the tide of the dual meet last Thursday. Heading into 184, Loris was winning the duel 13-11. The pin for Rao turned it into a 17-13, followed by a forfeit at 197 and 285, enabling Elmhurst to pick up the season opening win. Under a minute in the third. Marble was 2-1 over the weekend, scoring victories over Dubuque and Loris, but losing to Wisconsin Oshkosh. He's 2-1 on the season. But unless things change drastically in the next 30 seconds, he will drop to 2-2, while Joe Rao for Elmhurst will record his second victory, and this would be a big one over Wheaton's top grappler. 20 seconds remaining. Marble securing the takedown. And with 10 seconds remaining, that will deny a major decision. Although Marble allows Rao to his feet, trying to battle from behind. It is a 13-6 advantage as time expires. And our dual meet comes to an end. Joe Rao upends Justin Marble of Wheaton by the final score of 13-6. And Elmhurst will win the dual meet here tonight. As our matchup comes to a close. Forfeits at 197 and 285 will push the final score to Elmhurst 46 and Wheaton nothing.
Elmhurst 43, Wheaton 0. 2 forfeits in the upper
And so with that, the teams exchanging pleasantries in the center of the mat. It was a quick one for you tonight, but Elmhurst, ranked number 25 in the nation, records a victory in shutout impressive fashion, 46-0 over Wheaton, improving to 2-0 on the season, and Wheaton will drop to 0-4. Again, we will have one more wrestling duel coming your way on December 8th. But don't forget about this weekend, the start of basketball season. Friday night, it's the women against Franklin. And on Saturday night, the men open against Hamlin here at R.A. Fagenal Hall. Again, Elmhurst 46, Wheaton nothing. The final score here at R.A. Fagenal Hall tonight as the nationally ranked Blue Jays shut out Wheaton in impressive fashion. Elmhurst posting 3 pins on their way to the victory here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you again soon. For our entire crew here on Blue Jay TV, I'm Tim Calderwood. Good night.